Hi, welcome back. My name is Michelle and you're watching Michelle's Life. Today you'll notice I'm in a different location. I kind of just wanted to be comfortable and sit for this video instead of standing in front of my bookcases, so I'm sorry, not sorry. Anyway, this video is another mid-book rant. It's not necessarily as ranty as my other videos have been, but I am having a problem with one of the books that I'm currently reading and I just wanted to talk about it. So recently, I'm sure you are aware, I attended CFest and Victoria Schwabs was one of the authors there, and she was so sweet. She was so eloquent in her discussion and her panel, and just an overall wonderful lady. And I read Vicious and I wasn't a huge fan of it before attending, but I wanted to read another one of her books because she just has a phenomenal presence. So I picked up A Darker Shade of Magic, the audiobook from my library, and I've been listening to it while cooking and feeding my daughter in the morning. So I listen to about like 15 minutes of it every day. And so I'm only about 40% through it right now, but there's one thing that I keep noticing over and over and over again. And I don't have any written down examples because, again, I'm listening to the audiobook and cooking and cleaning and feeding my daughter, so I also haven't been able to write any down. So I'm just going to give you some examples off the top of my head, and they may not be like physically in the book, but you'll get my point. Even if you haven't read this book, you can probably understand this. I think some other authors have done this in the past, and I don't know if it's in Vicious, I don't remember. I'm thinking I've only noticed it because of the audiobook, and maybe the narrator enunciates these scenes more than I would have noticed if I was personally reading it myself. Victoria Schwabs, when she describes an emotion or a feeling, she likes to basically scratch it and replace it. So by that I mean she'll say, and Kel sat down and finally felt calm. No, not calm, but at ease for the first time in a long time. And like, that's a common thing to do, but like I said, I'm only 40% through, and I'm pretty sure it's happened at least 10 times. Whenever a feeling is talked about, she scratches it and replaces it with something else. It makes me feel like in the editing process, she's like, no, calm isn't good. Literally scratch it and replace it with a word. You know what? I like that. Let's write that into the final cut, you know? So I'm liking the story so far. I think it's interesting. I definitely agree with most people where they say that even though it's classified as an adult fantasy, it definitely reads as YA. There's not really anything too adultish about it yet. I mean, I don't really classify adult literature as something with like sex and stuff, but it just doesn't feel as mature, I guess, as some adult things that I've read. But anyway, that's my rant. I just don't like how it's constantly like, no, it's this instead. It's just like, why didn't you write it that way the first time? You know? Like, you could have done that instead. I think it's good to use that every once in a while, but to me it just feels a little bit redundant in this book. If you've read any of Victoria Schwabs' other stuff, I would like to know if you've noticed this in her books or if you've noticed it in A Darker Shade of Magic. Definitely let me know down below. I know this is a beloved book and she's such a sweet person, so I really don't have anything else negative to say about the book other than this one problem, because every time she does this literary device, I'm just pulled out of the story. So it's not really ranty, but I just wanted to talk about it. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Even though I'm in a different location, this isn't permanent. This is just I felt like filming on my couch. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh my god, look at this amazing design. I gave that picture that I drew to my friend Jody, and she made it into these bookmarks, and she added the font, as you see up there, and then I sent the picture that Jody made to my friend Allie over at the Little Librarian, and she made this. I mean, this is really cool, and this is also really cool. I just have the best lady friends ever. Allie added the subscribe and all my links, and she fit it correctly, and she just made it fabulous. Look at it, it's amazing. Thank you, Allie.